Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 7 car brands on the edge of collapse. Number 7. Nissan. Once a serious contender in the automotive world, Nissan now seems to be driving with the check engine light on and ignoring it. The brand that once gave us the legendary 350Z and reliable Altimas is now better known for stale designs, confusing lineups, and a corporate drama that rivals a Netflix series. Remember when Nissan had swagger? Now it's more of a shrug. Sales have been dropping like your phone at the gym. While competitors are zooming ahead with innovation and EV tech, Nissan is stuck in neutral, releasing facelifts nobody asked for and clinging to models that should have been retired with MySpace. Meanwhile, their quality control has taken a nosedive. Transmission issues, recalls, and reliability problems have become part of the Nissan package, no extra charge. Let's not forget the leadership mess. After the infamous Carlos Ghosn saga, the guy who escaped Japan in a box, Nissan's corporate direction has been shakier than a leaf's range in winter. So why should you avoid Nissan? Unless you enjoy watching resale value evaporate faster than your morning coffee or dealing with customer service that feels like a corporate maze, it's best to steer clear. With so many strong competitors, Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, even Ford making a comeback, there's just no good reason to settle for a Nissan right now. In short, buying a Nissan today is like betting on Blockbuster to make a comeback. It's not impossible, just wildly optimistic. Number 5. Lincoln. Once the crown jewel of American luxury, Lincoln is now limping along like a grandpa at a techno concert, confused, out of place, and struggling to keep up. Once the ride of presidents and proud retirees, Lincoln today seems more like the car you get when your Cadillac dreams are on a Ford Fusion budget. The brand's identity crisis is painfully obvious. Is it trying to be old-school luxury or modern tech-forward chic? Nobody really knows, including Lincoln itself. Let's be honest, when was the last time you heard someone say, "I can't wait to get that new Lincoln"? Exactly. While competitors like Lexus, BMW, and even Hyundai's Genesis are launching sleek, sharp SUVs and sedans with futuristic features, Lincoln is out here giving us reheated leftovers in fancy packaging. Most of their lineup is just upscale Fords in a tuxedo. And with the sedan market basically in hospice care, Lincoln axed its cars and bet the farm on SUVs. Yet even there, the competition leaves them eating dust. Sales are down, dealer enthusiasm is tepid, and younger buyers aren't biting. The average Lincoln buyer is closer to Medicare than TikTok. And while the brand occasionally flirts with going electric, its EV plans are still half-baked compared to Tesla, Rivian, or even Chevy. So should you buy a Lincoln? Only if you're nostalgic for a time when land yachts ruled the road and a M radio was cutting edge. Number 5. Genesis. Genesis, the luxury spin-off of Hyundai, entered the US market with swagger, promising German-like luxury at Korean prices. But somewhere between trying to be a budget Benz and a wannabe Lexus, things started going sideways. Sales meh, buzz barely a whisper. And let's be honest, when's the last time you heard someone say, "I can't wait to buy a Genesis"? Exactly. One of the biggest red flags, dealerships, or rather the lack of them. Buying a Genesis can feel like trying to adopt a unicorn, weirdly difficult, way too many forms, and you're not even sure where to go. Add to that long wait times, limited inventory, and service centers that often just send you back to a Hyundai shop with a shrug. For a luxury experience that ain't it, chief? Then there's the identity crisis. Genesis tries to play in the same sandbox as BMW and Mercedes, but without the badge appeal or brand history. Luxury buyers in the US care about clout, and let's face it, telling your friends you drive a Genesis sounds more like a biblical reference than a flex. Tech and design, nice, sure. But when resale value drops faster than your crypto portfolio and the brand's future looks foggy, is it really worth the gamble? If you're in the market for a luxury car, Genesis might tempt you with shiny features and sleek ads. But unless you're into low visibility, dealership scavenger hunts, and questionable long-term support, you're better off sticking to brands that have been around the block and know how to stay there. Number 4. Chrysler. Chrysler is hanging by a thread, and not the reinforced kind you trust on a freeway. Once a proud titan of American automotive might, it now feels more like the last kid picked for dodgeball. With just 3 vehicles in its entire lineup, 2 of which are minivans, Yes, minivans in 2025, Chrysler is starting to look less like a car brand and more like a retirement project. Its aging lineup hasn't seen much innovation, and while competitors sprint ahead with EVs and futuristic tech, Chrysler seems to be stuck in 2011 asking, what's tick-tock? Sales numbers flatlining, dealership presence shrinking, brand excitement non-existent. Even parent company Stellantis seems to have Chrysler on life support while it showers attention on Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. It's like Chrysler is the middle child no one remembers until Thanksgiving dinner. Let's be real, buying a Chrysler today is kind of like investing in a flip phone. Sure, it technically works, but you're probably going to regret it. So unless you're deeply nostalgic for the glory days of the Chrysler 300 rolling through rap videos, or you really love the idea of owning a Pacifica, it's probably best to steer clear. There are better choices with more features, longer future plans, and fewer uh-oh vibes. The Chrysler isn't crashing just yet, but the check engine light has definitely been on for a while. Number 3. Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi, once a name that echoed through rally stages and tuner garages, is now clinging to life support in the US car market like a forgotten VHS tape in the age of streaming. Once famed for cars like the Lancer Evolution, Mitsubishi today is better known for models like the Outlander and Mirage, vehicles that inspire about as much excitement as a Monday morning DMV visit. The brand seems stuck in a time loop, recycling the same outdated designs and underpowered engines while competitors zoom past with EVs, hybrids, and AI this and that. The lineup is painfully thin, the tech is years behind, and the driving experience, let's just say a shopping cart might give it a run for its money. Even their most popular offering, the Mirage, is frequently ranked among the worst new cars sold in the U.S. Tiny, noisy, and slower than your grandma's Wi-Fi. Meanwhile, Mitsubishi's dealer network is shrinking, and they're investing very little in innovation or future-ready platforms. In a world obsessed with Tesla, Toyota hybrids, and even Kia's sleek EVs, Mitsubishi feels like the kid who brought a flip phone to a smartphone party. On top of that, resale values are lower than your self-esteem after watching a 3-hour movie that goes nowhere. Mitsubishi isn't just behind the times, they're practically in a different century. Number 2. Infiniti. Infiniti, the luxury car brand from Nissan, is on the edge of collapse, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. Once pitched as Japan's answer to Lexus and Acura, it now feels like that one mall store that somehow still exists even though no one remembers shopping there. The brand has been stuck in a time warp with outdated designs, confusing model names, and tech that feels more 2015 than 2025. While competitors are racing ahead with electric vehicles and cutting-edge features, Infiniti seems to be sleepwalking through the modern car era. Let's talk about resale value. Buying an Infiniti is like investing in blockbuster stock in 2010. The depreciation is brutal. You drive it off the lot and it's already worth less than your iPhone. And then there's the dealership experience. Infiniti dealerships are dwindling and the service network is shrinking, which means good luck finding parts or service without driving halfway across the state. Reliability, it's a mixed bag. Some models are solid while others throw tantrums like a toddler denied candy. Infiniti also struggles with brand identity. Are they sporty? Are they luxurious? Are they just rebadged Nissans with a fancier logo? Even Infiniti doesn't seem to know. Their lineup is limited and unexciting, with nothing that truly stands out in a sea of flashier, more reliable rivals from Germany, Korea, and yes, even their cousin Nissan. So if you're car shopping in the US and thinking about Infiniti, here's a tip: don't. Number 1. Lucid Motors. Lucid Motors is on the edge of collapse, and it's becoming harder to ignore the warning signs. What started as a promising luxury electric vehicle brand aiming to dethrone Tesla has turned into a cautionary tale of overpromising and underdelivering. Their flagship model, the Lucid Air, looks like a spaceship and is priced like $1.2, but good luck actually spotting one in the wild. It's like Bigfoot. People say it exists, but nobody's really seen it. Lucid has burned through billions of dollars trying to make high-end EVs that cater to a very narrow market. Rich tech bros who missed out on a Tesla Model S, and while their cars are undeniably sleek and packed with fancy tech, their production numbers are laughably low. In fact, Lucid has built more buzzwords than actual vehicles. At this rate, you're more likely to get a Cybertruck delivered by a unicorn than see a Lucid Air charging at your local station. Add in layoffs, missed targets, and a shrinking customer base, and it starts to feel like Lucid is driving straight into a brick wall. So why should you avoid it? Buying a Lucid right now is like investing in blockbuster stock in 2010. Looks cool on paper, but you'll be left holding the bag. You don't want to be stuck with a luxury EV brand that may not exist in a few years. Save yourself the headache and let someone else ride that Lucid dream straight into bankruptcy court. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.